I'm going to ask you a very serious question. Will you marry me?
Well, here we go. Again.
Ixtus, my dear High Priest. You have not logged a complaint in near 2 days. I thought perhaps you had died.
I have been scouring the ancient texts, my lord.
Futility. I've not broken any laws.
Your ability to complete your own ends through trickery and deceit is astounding, my lord.
What do you want, Ixtus? I was busy thinking.
Thinking about the affairs of the Syrene Empire? About the affairs of your people? About the state of the infrastructure that you have created? It's disastrous! You are a fool, Maxis. Your absolute tyranny would have your parents rolling in their graves.
But I am the Emperor. Your simple protests are hardly world-changing.
Did you know, Your Majesty, did you know that in the holy mandate of Syrene royalty, if an heir is married to a suitable suitor, before her 21st birthday celebration, she can ascend to the throne?
Rubbish. Every emperor in our history would have ascended at 21 and been disposed of by 50, not the grand rule of our ancient kings.
If the High Council would deem the current ruler unfit, they can place the heir into the throne. You can be removed from your position of power.
Is that your leverage? Both of my daughters, my so-called heirs, are missing. Presumed dead. Whether you approve or not, I'm the Emperor of the Syrene Galaxy. Nothing you can say will stop me. Amira and Vela are dead. And so I think are your ambitions of trying to get rid of me.
I wouldn't be so keen on disposing of you if you actually showed some interest in your domain. What about the crime circle? The disastrous political summit of Frosius? What about how planets are being destroyed within our borders? Don't you care that your actions of the last 30-odd years have destroyed the Syrene Galaxy? You may have your wealth and your title, but soon you will be a king of a wasteland. Don't you realize—
Enough! Don't you dare talk to me like that again, or you will meet with an unfortunate accident, old man.
Assumed dead. No, she can't be. She mustn't be. I mustn't lose hope. Oh, Vela, my child, help us, wherever you are.
I hope he got my message.
Well, if he didn't, we're leaving.
You're not ruining my wedding.
Well, half the wedding's mine. You didn't even buy me a ring.
You always have to have the last word.
Vela?
Ixtus!
Vela, it is you. Oh, I thought I'd never see you again.
It's me. I'm here. I'm home.
Look at how much you've grown. Is this a suitor? Unfortunately.
Is the ceremony ready?
Right this way.
We here are gathered to witness the royal matrimonial ceremony of imperial heir Vela of Xanthos to her suitor, Doctor of Gallifrey. By decree of the Royal Council, the marriage of these two souls will end an era of tyranny and enter an age of peace and goodness. Now each of you take a strand. Now cross the strands. And now each of you tie one end into a knot. This is in the ancient tradition set by Sai and Remus, our forefathers. In the name of the Empire, I declare you wed. In royal matrimony from this day on, let your reign be long and prosperous, and may death be your only separation.
I have had enough of this! Maxus! Traitor! How dare you affiliate with two cold-blooded criminals!
I've never been more honored to betray you, tyrant.
Tread lightly, Exodus. My quarrel is not with you, it's with her. For once, I wish that something would turn out the way that I wanted to. No matter, I will have you both killed before the news of your marriage reaches the Royal Council.
If you kill them, I will inform the High Council. They will know, I will be sure of it.
You will have that unfortunate accident, old man. Did you think you were clever, hiding this marriage on an outer planet of the system, right out of my reach? Nothing, I say nothing, will stand in the way of my power. Seize her!
No! I am your empress, married before the age of 21 by the living high priest. You are a royal guard, loyal to the highest power. I am that power now. You will not seize me. It would go against your creed.
You fool, you would let her live? She's killed millions of people and destroyed half a dozen planets in the system.
Because of you.
Doctor, what do you mean?
Haven't you guessed by now? Your emperor, the tyrant who has run circles around your laws without consequence, is the head of a terrorist organization that has wreaked havoc across the galaxy. Maxus is the menace.
You always were too smart, even the first time. I did my best, I tried to fix things, but not this time, or any time. Time was supposed to be on my side this time.
Seize him!
No, I'm your emperor, obey me!
We should convene with the council.
I want you there.
Time was supposed to be on my side this time. I wonder what he meant by that. Time was supposed to be on my side this time. The sentence is kind of strange, using time as the beginning and the end. I'd say it's poorly constructed and poorly delivered. But you don't seem like the kind of person who does anything on accident. What do you mean by time?
Do you really expect me to say anything?
I have permission to use torture, though I prefer not to get my hands dirty. However, the guard behind me has strict orders to ignore my protesting and use bloody methods when you feel on top. He won't stop if I ask him to, which I think is a bit unnecessary.
Where do I begin?
How did you know where to hang this?
How else? I would have had to know where your destination would be.
I chose that planet on a whim. You would need impossibly accurate foreknowledge to know I'd be hiding in the closet on Frocius Minor next to this.
You're smart, Doctor. Do I really need to confess the fact?
You've achieved travel in time.
Precisely.
But the emperor of an entire galaxy wouldn't use a time machine just to paste up a little poster, would he? Now, that'd be silly. You do something bigger. Something to benefit your own personal timeline.
You know me so well.
If you're quite finished with your sarcasm, I would really like to know what you've been doing to the universe. Or I could just leave you to the uncontrollable Mr. Bloody back here.
Believe it or not, there was no terrorism before, just me dancing circles around the council's head with petty untraceable crimes. But then my daughters ran away, the Tantra to the outer fringes of space, after the unfortunate death of her mother, and Vela to the human territories, where she met you.
Really?
Ah yes, whether it was love or desperation, you took her along with you. I didn't care, the throne was mine, the power, the glory, the complete control, under the nose of that fool of a high priest. You spent a lot of time with my daughter, and then you found out about the marriage loophole in the mandate. Something not even I had considered. You were wed almost immediately, under the authority of Ixtis. I was powerless to stop you, but I was not without the resources to change everything for the better.
The development of your time machine.
time machine is a forgiving description. When I heard news that a new heir had been born into the throne of the Syrene, my plans were hastened. Using technology that I had acquired in my time as ruler, I flung myself back in time and led you away for a meeting with my daughter. Then, I sent an Earth girl your direction, knowing that you would meet and take her with you.
You did what?
I kidnapped and brainwashed Vela into a mindless lackey. Then I disguised myself as a terrorist and hired the Tantra to do my bidding. I flung myself throughout time to try and stop you. I witnessed your arrival on Frosius and put up a poster a day before you landed. Yet with all my best efforts, there were still things that I needed to do before completely deterring you. I accused your companion Terra of being the lost princess, which threw the Tantra into a fit. She destroyed an important technological industry of mine in an act of defiance. I punished her with that nasty wound and blamed you for her near-death experience.
You're disgusting.
My plan was working perfectly until you freed Vela of my control. All of my work destroyed for nothing. I tried to prevent your union as well as you ever meeting her, but time is a way of righting things.
I never met Tara the first time.
Her friendship was my intervention.
If it wasn't for you, she'd be alive right now. No, not now. If you return to the future after your interventions, assuming that a paradox didn't tear you apart first, there were two versions of you in the same time. What? Divergent timeline? Parallel universe? How did you manage it?
When I returned, I simply killed the other version of myself and assumed his position. I replaced myself. I thought my whole plan was ingenious until you ruined everything.
Your life was ruined when you murdered your parents to gain the throne.
That's a powerful symbol in our culture.
Yes, I suppose it is. Do you think she'll be alright?
I think you answered that question before I got here.
I want to make sure she's in good hands.
She's proven to be able to take care of herself. I wanted to thank you, Doctor, for bringing her back. I've been asking for a miracle for the Empire, and now she's back. Maybe now we can start recovering from Maxis's reign.
She's going to do great things.
Before you leave, Doctor, may I offer you wisdom?
Of course.
I tried to guide Maxis when he first rose to power. He didn't listen. Never run away from your responsibilities. Always remember that power and knowledge does not make you wise.
Sounds to me like Vela has a wonderful teacher.
If you had only met her when she was young, so bright, with eyes so full of wonder. I look at her now and I can see how much she's changed, how much she has gone through. But there's still that wonder, that sparkle. It's just hidden sometimes. Her mother and I taught her everything that we could to prepare her for Maxis. It broke my heart the day that she turned up missing. It breaks my heart still that it took so long for her to come home. I'm in your debt, Doctor.
You're missing the reception.
I'm not quite in the mood for parties today. Or weddings.
When I saw Maxis, or the Menace, I thought I would want to kill them so bad. But I don't want anyone else to die. Not even him. Besides, imprisonment is a much crueler punishment than death.
I wanted to. But you're right. I wouldn't want anyone, not even a tyrant, to die by my hands. He's been sentenced to 30 years in isolation. I suppose it's a cleaner sort of justice.
I guess we've both been through a lot. Maybe we've changed. It's because of you, you know. You freed me from my mind control. You helped me with the destruction of my home planet. You gave me a different perspective on life, death, revenge, murder. You gave me hope.
Glad to know I'm good for something.
I was a criminal. I killed someone you cared about. Yet you did all this. What did you promise me?
Promise?
Before you changed, you made me make you promise me something. What was it?
I promised that I would never leave you behind or abandon you because of what you did. I promised that I would help you get the throne in any way I could. That way I could get my revenge from the royalty that hunted us down. I promised that I would never abandon you because you were lost. Like I once was. Like I might still be. That's what I promised.
Thank you.
Gummy bear?
How did you make the connection between Maxis and the Menace?
Ever since I first heard of either of them, they were just too much alike not to be connected somehow. Maxis' ego is just too big to be disguised.
So now what? I know you're not going to stay.
I can't stay.
Of course not. You're the Doctor, the Wanderer. What should I tell them?
Tell them that I died of some incurable disease. That way it won't look bad on your part.
So I'll be free to find someone to fall in love with.
Make me sound like secondhand, dear.
Won't you at least come down and stay for a little? Enjoy the party.
Okay. Just give me a minute to clear my head. Vela? You are going to be amazing. I promise. Ixtus was right. An age of peace and goodness. I know that you're gonna be wonderful.
Thank you for everything. I'll see you inside. Bye, Doctor.